Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Dirain and today we continue diving into the drama and novel Lost You Forever, comparing the two versions of the story. If you missed the previous parts, I highly recommend checking them out before you continue this video. And if you don't want to miss my next videos, subscribe! When Xiao leaves, the novel doesn't describe Xiang's emotions, so we go to the drama to have more spiritual food for our hungry souls. The drama offers a scene of Xiang watching her go and then almost dumbfounded, looking at the hand which has just rested on Xiao's head. He realizes he's in trouble. It's the moment he recognizes his feelings for her as deeper than he might have thought earlier, something that deeply unsettles, frightens him, but also gives him hope. We're back on the lake shore, where Xiao drowns her sorrow in wine before Xiang finds her. If you watch the sequence shown by the drama, it seems like Xuan has just left, but in the novel a month has passed since Xuan's departure. The drama gives us no clue at all that there is such a time gap between Xuan leaving and Xiao meeting Xiang, in my opinion of course. At least I feel that it was edited this way. Their meeting differs as well. It was daytime in the drama and nighttime in the novel. Xiang points out that saving Xuan twice makes it impossible for Xiao to pretend to be just an ordinary nobody. This line is found only in the drama and it implies that he has greater insight into her hidden identity, even if he doesn't yet fully understand it. Xiao offers Xiang a drink in the drama, and as she tries to understand how to get the bug out of Xuan, she explains Xiang where does this pair of bugs even come from. As she does, Xiang reminds her of her plan to use the bugs on him. In the drama, she quickly says she was wrong and claims that it ended up in Xuan, so there's no need to talk about it. In the novel, however, Xiao is the one who tells that she had intended to use these bugs on Xiang. After a couple of questions, Xiang suspects that Xiao isn't completely honest because she seemingly learned how to raise the bugs from the old lady, but still doesn't know the name and their full power. Xiao really didn't know about the name and purpose of these particular bugs, despite her extensive knowledge of magic. In the novel, we read that she learned lots of magic tricks in her childhood. Not many children would have had access to such information, so revealing this fact could expose her true identity. Thus, she chooses not to tell Xiang everything. Xiang, in turn, doesn't reveal what he knows, at least in the drama. He is afraid to reveal his love for Xiao if he openly offers himself to be the recipient of the second bug. A flashback exclusive to the drama unveils the bug's purpose. It binds two people together in life and death. Li Rong explains that the one who plants the bug cannot control it, because both bugs have equal power. Hearing that, Xiang is determined to help Xiao remove the bug to prevent her from dying alongside Xuan, especially since Xiang wants to be the one to kill Xuan, and he's not the only one that wants Xuan dead, so the bug puts Xiao in grave danger because their lives are now connected. Also, since they aren't lovers, she is vulnerable to its side effects. This flashback also confirms Xiang's love for Xiao, as the bug can only be transferred to someone with genuine feelings. Li Rong tells Xiang to consider this carefully and says the phrase that I find significant. You have 9 heads, yes, but only one single heart. If you give it away, you'll never be able to get it back. And here I am, tearing up because of this phrase even after hearing it for so many times. The novel leaves readers in the dark about the bug until much later, adding mystery. We still have no idea what it is that made these bugs so special and why Xiao unexpectedly used something that she can't control. It's not like her. But let's go back a bit. Remember that part in the novel right after the attempt on Xuan's life, when Xiang casually offered himself as the one to transfer the bug to? It makes me wonder, did Xiang already know what kind of bugs Xiao used? The novel leaves room for interpretation. Of course, if we consider that Tonghua wrote the script herself, then it means that Xiang canonically learned about the bugs this way. But then again, there were so many changes in the drama that it cannot be taken as 100% canon and lore accurate, so to speak. Ultimately, Xiang agrees to help Xiao, but they strike a deal. She must fulfill one request from him whenever he asks. The drama portrays Xiang and Xiao soaring through the skies before entering his clamshell home to perform the ritual. There is no real sense of time passing here, unlike in the novel, where we learn that they flew all night and a bit through the morning to reach Wushan mountain. At some point, Mao Qiao couldn't carry them any further, so they had to swim. Since Xiao wasn't as fast as the world's strongest water demon, Shano told her to climb on his back, and she almost laughed here. Was she about to make Xiang her mount? Well, he quickly caught on to her thoughts and turned around, threatening to go back. Of course, Xiao couldn't let her joke ruin this opportunity, so she grabbed his waist to stop him from leaving, promised to behave, and then hesitantly climbed onto his back. Concerned she might fall, Xiang held her wrists to ensure she was safe. Let me read this one part for you. Xiang was like the son of the sea, riding the waves more fluidly than a dolphin, more powerful than a shark, and more elegant than a mermaid. Xiao never felt his body this light before. It was like riding through the clouds, and just as thrilling. Beautiful, wouldn't you agree? Xiao was nearly swept away multiple times, but Xiang held her tightly, never letting her fall. Eventually, she clung to him with both hands and legs. Now imagine that in the drama. When they arrived, there was a cluster of colorful fish around. They were not afraid and swam through Xiao's fingers, making her smile. The ritual took place in the water, where they smeared their blood on the walnut and extended their arms in the direction of the mountain. Unlike the drama, the novel never mentions them closing their eyes. As usual, Xiang's emotions remain hidden in the novel, but this scene marks a turning point for him. There is no going back. In both the drama and the novel, he has made his choice and silently admits that Xiao is the woman he loves. That's why in the drama he gazes at her while she has her eyes closed, as if both memorizing her face and admiring her beauty, despite the fact that she was still in a man's body. He recalls Li Rong's words and smiles, feeling content. She gave him this incredible feeling, loving someone with all his heart, and it is enough for him. Although the novel doesn't describe Xiang's love, it still tells us that the bugs entered his body almost instantly, which is very telling. I'm sure that you remember the scene when this bunch of small lights danced around Xiang and Xiao during the ritual and then entered their bodies. What the drama shows is, in my opinion, not even close to the emotional weight of this moment in the novel. So, let's read another part. Suddenly, Xiao felt her heartbeat race. At the same time, she sensed another heart beating in unison with hers, as if two long-lost companions had joyfully reunited after a lone parting. Once again, the novel emphasizes their connection and the emotions coming from both sides, something the drama struggles to fully convey, trying to only emphasize Xiang's side of the love story. Although I love the smirk that Xiang gives Xiao when she touches his heart. It's almost as if he's telling her, "You want to see if the bug is in my heart? You have no idea what's inside my heart, so don't even try to figure it out." The walnut used to store and raise the bugs mysteriously disappears in the drama. But that is not the case in the novel, where it melted into splashes of color that danced around them, half entering Xiao's palm and another half entering Xiang's palm. So there was no confusion about that and searching Xiang's clothes for the walnut. Once the ritual ends, Xiang swiftly takes Xiao away. In both versions, they swim through the ocean, but the details differ as usual. First of all, in the drama, we never feel the urgency, and we don't see anyone going after Xiang and Xiao, despite the fact that they were so close to the mountain. The novel, though, clearly states that there was a chase after them, as the guards detected someone close. As they swam, Xiang held Xiao's arm in the novel, unlike the drama, and and there was no air bubble around them. When Xiao ran out of oxygen, Shano casually passed her a breath of air. Nothing dramatic or extra, she was simply conscious and completely fine with their lips touching again and again. Of course, this was never going to make it to the drama. Xiao was mesmerized by the ocean's beauty, wanting to touch and explore everything. Shano, despite the chase, didn't rush her. He let her take her time, making her feel safe and happy, completely unaware of time passing. It is emphasized that this calmness was the reason Xiao felt safe and didn't think about being chased. This detail slips away in the drama because we never saw any chase. The scene with flowers was in the novel too, but it wasn't as romantic. Shano held Xiao's hand, but she just kicked the flowers in revenge for trying to bite her. In the drama, we get this breathtakingly romantic moment as the flowers bloom before them. And let's not forget this golden moment. Shano is shy. Xiao, how could you say that he's heartless and ruthless when he's almost blushing here before you? And not just that, the underwater sequence shows him smiling multiple times. I imagine the bond that the bugs established between them allows Shano to feel Xiao's emotions, so her childlike joy and genuine surprise likely influenced him. But I also think he was happy himself. It weren't just Xiao's emotions, it's just that he wouldn't show it if it wasn't for the additional emotions rushing through him. Once again, there is no mention of him smiling in the novel. He was calm and composed. I also love the scene from the drama where Xiao records Shano with her magic mirror. The novel doesn't mention her doing it at that exact moment. The fact that she recorded him is only revealed much later, and we will get to that moment in the future videos. I think it is a great addition to the drama. This sneaky recording shows that she was so incredibly happy that she couldn't help but try to keep these moments of joy with her forever. However, the drama cut out the scene after they surfaced. In the novel, Shano carried Xiao onto his condor, as in carried in his arms, not just help her get on. She was exhausted and fell asleep mid-flight. Sometime later, as Shano silently watched the ocean, he glanced at the sleeping Xiao, placed a hand over his heart, and a brief fleeting smile touched his lips before fading away. Now let's talk about the differences. Have you noticed the drama's pattern? Many added moments focus on Shano's emotions and deepening love for Xiao. Although I still believe that Tonghua did her best to save their swim by actually showing Xiao record Shano and by adding a romantic encounter with the flowers, and while the novel keeps him more reserved, the drama ensures the audience feels his love story. This makes sense for a romantic period drama, while it needs to appeal to audiences' emotions. A cold, unreadable Shano wouldn't capture as many hearts. And oh boy, did Tangency captivate the hearts of the fandom, even after all that was done to the character. With that, we have come to the end of this video. I hope my analysis brought you joy and made you see something differently, or simply reminded you of the beauty of the novel and its complex view of the main characters. Thank you for watching till the end, leaving a like and commenting. Stay healthy, happy, and take care of yourselves. Till the next video!